Oh, hi there. Let me introduce myself. You've heard of Murphy's Law. You know, if anything can go wrong, it will. Well, I'm Murphy. Yeah, that Murphy. Boy, the crazy things that happen to us Murphys. I'm an IT administrator by trade. Seen a lot of technology go wrong in my day. Good thing my company runs VMware for disaster recovery. Best investment we ever made. It's like stress-free IT. My boss at the time said, hey, if it's good enough for all 100 of the Fortune 100 companies, over 100,000 companies of all sizes, it's good enough for little old us. But my goodness, you should have seen this place before we got VMware for backup and recovery. We're a small business, so a traditional disaster recovery plan for our IT environment was kind of out of our reach. Oh, we knew we needed a DR plan, but it was expensive and complicated, so we just couldn't afford it. We stuck with tape backup as our quote-unquote plan until we lost fiscal 2003. Who knew you could have flooding and a fire, both at the same time? Shouldn't they cancel each other out? Anyway, after that, we took a hard look at a traditional DR plan. But that meant we would have had to duplicate everything at a failover recovery site. Here, let me show you on this virtual whiteboard. And not just similar, identical. All that important software running on our servers depends on seeing the same hardware. Otherwise, you never know how it'll react. So every change in the production site has to be duplicated in your recovery site. DR by duplication. Jeez, makes recovery just a wee bit complicated. And things can go terribly, horribly wrong at every step. Any little difference at all, and recovery could fail. Completely. Bad idea. And two of everything? I hope you have a generous CFO. Double the hardware, double the maintenance, double the labor, and think of it, double the Murphy. But after somebody lost fiscal 2003, we had to come up with a more reliable backup and recovery strategy. Then, for once, I got lucky. Imagine that. I found a backup and recovery solution that doesn't break the bank and isn't rocket science. Safe, simple, affordable, stress-free. It's VMware infrastructure. It's amazing. I mean, it's virtual, invisible, like magic, but it really works, even for me. And from my perspective, that's a really good selling point. And here's another little tip. Implementing VMware infrastructure even helped to pay for our recovery plan. Here, let me show you how it works. So forget that old duplicate, two of everything stuff, because VMware infrastructure takes an entire system and turns it into just a few files. So each physical system is now a hardware-independent virtual machine that can safely, let me stress that, safely run alongside other virtual machines on a single server. So for backup and recovery, you don't have to duplicate everything anymore at your failover site. In fact, you don't have to duplicate anything. And get this, virtual machines are hardware independent and can be recovered on any hardware without changes. VMware virtualization makes all that important software happy even when the hardware is different. It just works. Like I said, virtual machines store entire systems as files, and that makes recovery just a little bit easier. All you have to do is replicate or recover a few files. Among other things, that means less opportunity for human error. And unlike our old tape backup systems, I can easily test this plan, and I don't need to drive or ship tapes back here, redeploy them, and pray it all works. That means you no longer need double the infrastructure to support your applications for production and disaster recovery. In fact, what you save from consolidating your production environment can fund your recovery plan. Remember that old double your infrastructure, double your fun? Let's just take away a bunch of servers from both sides of the equation. Because, hey, you don't need them anymore. You've gone virtual. And not only can VMware virtualization simplify backup and recovery, it saves you money on hardware, cooling, and power costs, and saves you time with management and administration. It's an all-around great deal. So let's summarize. On this side, traditional disaster recovery for x86 systems. Slow, unreliable, expensive and complex, and hardly Murphy-proof. And on this side, VMware infrastructure, a real-time disaster recovery plan that's simple, safe, and affordable. In other words, stress-free. Knowing that there's a Murphy somewhere in your company, which are you going to choose? I thought so. Oh, watch out, don't hit that key. No, don't, stop, wait.